everybody, it's Bucky again. Wanted to shoot another video today to talk about inherited homes and what to do and kind of go through that process if you're not familiar with it. And I hope you don't have to go through this process, because if you did the thing right that I told you before, is to get a transfer on deed death certificate, you can bypass the probate. But a lot of times people may not know about that, and they find themselves in this situation where they're at today. So when we buy houses now in Tulsa, we can help you navigate this process and help buy your house quickly and maybe avoid some of these grueling tasks and processes that goes through here. So over on the right, you can see a little chart here that talks about the date of death. You got to locate the will if one exists, the deposit the will with the circuit court, and so on. They'll identify the assets, acquire the death certificates from the funeral home. They'll petition for administration to notice to the beneficiaries. They'll identify the descendant probate assets. They'll appoint a circuit judge to represent. Then they have a 90-day creditor's claim period, which means they'll put it in the legal notices and they'll notify anybody out there that has a lien or a right or anything to that property or want to file that, they can put that in there. So they'll publish this out to any creditors, gather, probate assets, prepares death of inventory, and then they'll administrate the homestead property through the court. They'll pay and dispute any claims that are filed against it. They'll distribute any assets to the beneficiaries, file and pay taxes and any other administrative costs, file a petition, and discharge or receive the court order. Wow. Save your guys some time. Go get you a transfer on deed death certificate filed on the property. If you're not aware with it, call us. We will help you. But let's talk about a quick guide on selling an inherited house. So we talked about probate there. Selling a house that you've inherited can be filled with emotions and challenges. That's why it's important to be prepared and avoid obstacles that may waste time, cost you lots of money, and then cause frustration. So please use these tips to help smooth out the process and make it as painless as possible, okay? So first thing, review the trust and will documents. Find out the name of the executor. That means the person who controls the handling of the estate and who has the right to sell the property. Okay, you want to make note of who the beneficiaries are and what assets are, etc. Right? So it's a detail of that. So you want to obtain a title report to see who truly owns the property, and also identify any other liens or encumbrances that may be attached to the property. Most of the time, title companies can provide this report for free, especially if you believe that they will use or you will use them for their services in the event of a sale of that property. What happens if there's no trust or will or a transfer on deed death certificate? If there's no trust, will, or TOD, you have two options to move the property into your name: probate and heirship affidavits. Probate is commonly used for people who want to keep the property for a while and typically require hiring a probate attorney. Remember this process over here? Costly and expensive. If you wish to sell the property quickly and it's located in Oklahoma or a handful of other states, you can save time by completing an heirship affidavit process, right? Most real estate investors like us work with specialized title companies and lawyers who can take care of this entire process for you. In other words, we can simplify this for you. What happens if this is a property that has tenants in it, right? Tenants in it. Properties are harder to sell that have tenants living in them. So if you inherited this property and it's a rental property, what are you going to do? The showings are difficult because the tenants are in there and you don't know what condition of this house. We've dealt with this. Some people are really lax landlords and the property gets out of control, and then you inherit this house and you become a landlord and you had no idea that was coming. What do? here's some steps. You can give your tenants a proper notice to move out. Make them aware of the situation. Every state has a different protocol, so ensure what yours is. Ask an attorney to make sure the proper way to handle this. You can go online. You can find this information, tenants, about this process. So if a tenant refuses to leave, you may have to start the eviction process, which can be expensive and time consuming. You'll definitely need an attorney involved with this on your side, because most of the times those tenants know the laws better than you, and they will make your life miserable. Another thing is, how are you going to clean out the property and clean out personal items? So start early and keep going. This can be the hardest part of all, right? When I purchase a property, I purchase them as is, meaning that you don't have to worry about taking any items you don't want, right? We have crews that will come in and clean out houses. We don't care. We will make it easy for you. You grab the things that you want to grab and leave the rest, and we will throw and get rid of it or donate it, typically is what we do. If you need help, don't hesitate. There's professional organizers out there that you can sort through and find everything that you need. We can help you with a hauling company to pick everything up that you don't want and schedule it to a donation. We donate the items, or if it's stuff that just needs to be discarded, the city, especially here in Tulsa, the city of Tulsa has a bulk waste pickup, which is very convenient. It's only $10, and you can schedule it, and they'll come out usually the following trash day service day. So keep that in mind there on cleaning out the personal items. That can be a very emotional process, but we do have solutions if you just want to let us help you do it. When we buy houses now in Tulsa, we go through this process over and over and over. And sometimes, these homes are in bad repair. Sometimes you don't even want to walk in there. But we've done it, so we can help. Another thing that you want to do is evaluate the property's condition. Does this home have maintenance issues? Is there needs? Is anything that's been neglected? Do you plan on keeping this home, remodeling it before you try to sell it? How do you know what items to fix up, right? If you look at a house, you walk through it, and you had $1,000 to spend, where would you put that $1,000? Ask yourself that. Give us a call. We will show you a breakout on our top dollar home offer on where to put the repair money, okay? We are here to help you. We'll give you 3 options when we buy houses now in Tulsa. So you can also obtain multiple bids from repair and remodeling companies. We suggest getting at least 3 bids, on your jobs. We have crews that work with us all the time, so we know who, out of line, how the pricing is. So the best thing to do is, if you want to do it on your own, get 3 bids. If not, you can give us a call and use our vendors, okay? Also, we want to make sure that you don't need any permits. This happened the other day with the property. A man passed away. Contractor was working on it, adding an addition, and they didn't have the building permits, and the city shut them down, and it cost them thousands and thousands of dollars, and there were disputes, and it's sad. The house is just setting, and I feel bad for everybody in that situation. So if you decide you want to sell it at retail value, you want to make sure the property is clean, and ready to go, and will pass the inspections, okay? When retail buyers are walking around a house, they look at all the weirdest, littlest stuff that will just turn them off. And, they want their dream home ready to move in, besides a little bit of paint that they want to change on their part, okay? So you want to get rid of anything that's old, musty, smelling. It's got to, bake some cookies, all those little things that you can do when you think about somebody that wants to buy a home that's completely fixed up. So how are you going to sell the property, right? You have options, really 3 options. You can sell it with a real estate agent. You can sell it for sale by owner, or you can do an investor sale, right? What works best for your family? There is pros and cons to each. That's why our company is established, because we can come out and show you 3 best option that works with your situation. So you'll get the best of all 3. We have like a hybrid system that works with you to get you the top dollar out of your home. Fixing up a property and listing it can typically get you the highest return, but it takes longer and requires money and energy and patience. Like investors like us, we can buy properties as is if you don't want to mess with it. We also offer of those other two solutions that you may want to check out. So give us a call, make an appointment with us. We're happy to help you, show you the best path to get you the top dollar out of your home. If you're doing it on your own, and you want to sell this fast, you're doing it out the unconventional way, or you want to find a cash investor to buy it, make sure you understand what goes into that, right? So we always close at a title company to ensure that everything's brought up. There's no errors, especially, if it's a property that's been inherited, there could be things that are still hanging out there. And we want to make sure when we close on the property, everything's free and clear, because when we fix this thing up and sell it, we want to make sure the next homeowner doesn't incumben any issues with the title, okay? So you want to ask for certain things. You want to review the contract, make sure you understand the contract. We've got a real simple contract. It's not 20 pages long. It's just straightforward. We're going to buy your house. This is what we're going to get for it. We're going to give you this option, and this option. So you get 3 options with us. So in other words, we are here to help you. We want to alleviate any burdens, any questions. If you do have questions, if you inherited a house and you just need a phone a friend, give us a call. We would love to speak with you. We would love to help with you. We can put you in the right direction. We're here to answer questions. We value your time, and I hope you value ours. So if you come to us with questions, we'll answer them. If you need an offer on your property or need solutions, we will present those to you and come out and show you a full detailed offer on how to get top dollar. So keep that in mind. We buy houses now, Tulsa, and we would love to buy yours. Give us a call, 918-212-5442. We're happy to speak with you and help you in any way that we can. So take care. Bye.